Today we're talking about spider boxes. Hello creature lovers and welcome to the universe. Today we're talking about spider boxes, and first things first, sorry for my voice, I'm still sick, so I was laying in bed the whole week and the whole last week, but we will get through this. It will be a little bit, in German we say dry content or dry talking, because it is a lot of talking and only a little bit of showing, but we have to go through this. Let's start with what we are expecting when we are looking for boxes. The first thing is very important, they must be stackable. Because as you can see, we use a lot of different sizes, or in reality it isn't a lot, it's a few. So they must be stackable because of their different sizes. Next thing is they must be something like multifunctional, but I come to that a little bit later. And the reason is we are keeping a lot of different inverts. We are housing tarantulas, we are housing mantises, we are even house roaches in these 5-liter bins. So there is a little bit of multifunctionality they need, but as I said a little bit later. And then there are 3 things that are common sense. They must be easy to clean. They must be durable. So I don't like cricket boxes as tarantula or invert housing. They are too soft. And the availability is a big point because there are tons, thousands of cheap plastic boxes outside. But the problem with these things is if you only keep 5, 6, 7 tarantulas or mantises, no problem. But if you have a big collection, you want to go with the same boxes all the time because you need them stackable and comparable. And with these cheap boxes, you never know if they're available in a week or 2 or a month, or are they closed down and they start with another product with a different size. Then they are not stackable anymore. So I rely on bigger companies where I have something like a guaranteed availability. Everything can be stopped in production. Every company can go bankrupt, but the possibility from a big company is pretty much smaller. Yeah, what are we currently using are these 4 different types of boxes. There are a few animals in other boxes that we had before, but at the moment we are using this 0.5 liter container. We have this 1.1 liter container. We have this 5 liter containers, and there are a few of the 1.6 liter containers left. That's also boxes we already had. I'm not satisfied with them, so they will change. And I'm pretty happy with this. In reality, 3 different types of boxes. The only thing that is missing is something for terrestrials with a little bit lesser height than those small ones. They have about the size of a cricket box in the dimensions. They are just higher, and we can house everything pretty properly. The only thing is the terrestrials in a small size. The boxes are pretty high and it's lost space. All these boxes are food grade boxes. They are pretty cheap, they are pretty easy to clean, but as you can see, they are on the softer side. And another downside is this style of lid. I know it's a box, this is how you open a box, but it's not the best for arboreals. If you keep arboreals, you know what I'm talking about. You're always next to the spider when you're opening the box, you're destroying webbing, and for that I need a better solution. I'm thinking and working on something, but that's the only thing I'm not satisfied with these boxes. Another point we need to talk about is ventilation. I know it has nothing to do with the box itself, but I think it's a pretty important thing, so we take it inside this video. I like, or let's start with another topic. You hear cross ventilation all the time, and most people drill holes upside here around the box and call this cross ventilation. And there is nothing wrong with that, but, and the but is a big but. I like to drill my ventilation on the downside here and backwards on the upside. So why backwards? Pretty simple. If I drill it in the lid, they are not stackable anymore. So now you have a ventilation here on the downside and the ventilation here on the upside. So the air doesn't only flow through, the air flows in, goes up, and flows out on the outside. So you have a constant air movement around the substrate, and this is the best thing to prevent mold. You have a constant airflow and circulation, and it goes through the whole box, not only from one side in and out. It floats through. That's what you want to have. The next thing we talked about, multifunctionality. Here you can see in this box is a Heteroscodra maculata, an arboreal species, and here is Chilobrachys natanicharum, and as you can see, the ventilation holes here are more on the downside, and here they are a little bit higher, because this is a species that digs, and this is an arboreal, so I can switch the height, or you can switch the height as well, to adjust it for the species you need to house. For us, we do it, we have two different heights of ventilations, and when I rehouse the spiders, I just stack all the boxes for the arboreals and all the boxes for the terrestrials. So I have a staple of terrestrial boxes, a staple of arboreal boxes, and I take what I need. And when we need the box for mantises, I hot glue a mesh on the top and inside of the box. And that's the same box for mantises. And to make it a complete box guide, I will also show you the tools I use for drilling the holes. And the most important is, sorry, is this Proxon hand drill. I don't know how you say it in English. In German, we say Dremel, but that's basically a company. It's like you're calling every brick Lego. This really helps you out. You can drill the holes with a hand drill, but that is so heavy you're finished after a few boxes. Then you need these cool little drill bits for model crafting. I use 0.8, 1.2, and 1.6 millimeters, depending on the species and the box size. The 0.8 and the 1.2 millimeter are 100% fruit fly proof. And then I made myself a little jig from, it's a furniture back wall. I think those are pressed wood fibers. Labeled it out, printed it down, drilled it down, and now I can take the jig, put it on the box, hold it down, and drill the holes, and I have almost an identical outcome. Besides, like here, there are 2 holes missing. That happens. Always get yourself painter's tape. I measure out the holes for the smaller boxes with the painter's tape, and then I can't drill too much holes. Yeah, now we are through a complete box guide. It's pretty important to say this is a moment picture. There will be more boxes, maybe there will be other boxes. As I said, they are on the pretty soft side. Maybe we'll change that, but we will see. But for the moment, I hope this helps you decide which boxes you want to get. And I hope you learned a few things or heard a few things you need to consider when you're looking for boxes, especially when you're planning to house more animals. That's all I can say. Thank you for watching. Sorry for my voice. Have a great week and see you in the universe. Bye bye.